On this channel, we're going to cover things like common mistakes and the types of answers that would lose you marks during your assessment. A point to remember, these videos serve as an in-depth explanation of the assessment or assessment style and not a replacement for PCO London's topographical training courses. Welcome to the channel. We cover different topics in each video. Hit the like and subscribe for any of our future related content. These videos are to aid you in your preparation for TfL's topographical assessment. What is on the assessment? The assessment is broken down into two parts. Part 1 is a 25 mark multiple choice assessment. Part 2 is a 75 mark assessment where you'll be planning and drawing journeys onto a map using TfL's mapping software. The multiple choice assessment. The total marks for this section is 25. Each question is worth 1 point. The journey element. The total marks for this section is 75. Each question is worth a certain score. You will get between 3 to 4 journeys in your assessment. For example, 2 questions will be worth 25 marks, 1 question will be worth 15, and the last question would be worth 10. Any one mistake made on these questions will either result in a score of 0 or point deductions for that journey. We advise you spend around 15 minutes per journey question. This will give you enough time to prepare and answer the question. The whole assessment will be exactly 90 minutes and questions will be randomized. You will get 25 multiple choice and 4 journey questions. The pass mark is 60%, but you should aim for around 80% as you're much more likely to pass on the day. In this video, we are going to cover what are index questions. Index questions are asking you to search through the index of the A to Z to find a given location. Once you've found that location, you will need to select the correct information from a drop-down menu as your answer. Need to refer to the index for other questions as needed, especially if you have to use the map section of the A to Z to check your answers. You should spend as little time as possible to answer these questions, but make sure you're selecting the correct answers where prompted. In our class training, 3 out of 3 students make a mistake when it comes to answering these questions. Let's take a look at some of the common mistakes. The main reason for mistakes are as follows. Overconfidence in your abilities. Some students attempt the assessment before attending PCO London's approved training, and the story is always the same. I went to my assessment, I had used the A to Z before, and I don't need training because essentially I know everything. But when the results come back from TfL, it's not enough to pass the assessment and they need to come in for training anyway. Do not waste your time doing this. Come in and get trained and pass your assessment. Okay, if you don't read the question correctly or you're rushing your answers. If a question is asking you to give the correct details for Ivydale Road SM5 and you supply the information for Ivydale Road SE15, you will have made a mistake and this will show in your answer. During your assessment, you must leave time to review your answer and have a method to check your answer is correct. English as a second language, or possibly I don't understand the question fully. During any assessment, you cannot ask for an explanation or more time if you cannot answer or understand the question. If this sounds like you, take extra time before booking your assessment to familiarize yourself with the style of the questions and attend training. All of these common issues are connected to your individual attitude toward the assessment. If you attend training, go through practice questions and learn how to pass your assessment before you take it, you will pass with preparation. Whereas, if you don't study, don't get trained, or take the assessment seriously, just like many others have done before you, you will not achieve the minimum pass mark of 60% for your topographical assessment. Two factors to consider when you approach these questions. Accuracy. This is when you answer the questions correctly because you have provided the accurate information. To do this, you must use the correct method for finding your answers. This is the first step to success when we are practicing for an assessment. You must work on your accuracy first to ensure you have time to answer the question and it is the correct answer. You can find all our links and information for training at www.pco.london. If you're approaching your assessment date but you are not sure if you'll pass, or if you're confident you will and you just need to test yourself, you can now try a TfL approved mock assessment online at pco.london. We use the same software you will use in your assessment, and our qualified trainers will mark your assessments with the same marking criteria as TfL. Okay, so see you on the next video.